That is
Oaks,
snow.
that's snow.
That is snow.
Are you joking?
Guys, look at that.
Is it snowing in this place? Oaks,
Oh my word.
no man, guys, it's literally snowing. This is snow.
It's literally.
Oh my days. Oh my days. Folks, it's snowing. This is not, it's not conducive for work, eh? Do our computers work? Do our computers work in this cold temps? Bro, my computer stopped working because it's snowing and stuff. Like this, it's actually snowing, eh? Oh shit, it's on the, oh, let's go! Cheers! Company lunch for hot chocolate! Company lunch! Mish, we have to leave. Company lunch for hot chocolate. Oh my gosh, touch it! Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! We have to do a snowball fight! We're getting snow. Oh my word! Guys, you can literally hold the snow. This is so cool! This is so cool! Oh my days! This is so cool! Oh my gosh! What is going on, internet friends? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing absolutely sensational as per always. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Chat, my, let's call it weekly forum where I discuss the issues, things that might concern me, concern you, or anything in between, because the truth of the matter is the fact that I do not have all the answers, and neither do you, but together through open-minded conversation, I guess we can come up with a couple of solutions. I'm currently stuck in the midst of some really bad traffic coming from work, and one of the things that has been crossing my mind, as you guys know, every week something's crossing my mind because it's always working, is the fact that we do need to check up on our happy friends. It's been nice and refreshing to hear that a lot of people have been not agreeing but like resonating with the things that I've been saying, and at the same time it's kind of worrying because the people who have been reaching out are the people who you think are doing the absolute best, especially in my life anyway, you know, people who I perceive to be really smashing it, and very nice people, good in, good out, good discipline, good, all of those things, have been the ones saying that they've been struggling the most. And yeah, I guess a lot of people have said similar for me. Like I've tried to be very vocal with the fact that life hits. You know, I've tried to be very honest in the fact that I'm not my social media, in the sense that just because something looks great from afar, it can be far from great. And I've said that before and I'll say it again, and it feels like it doesn't really resonate because it's difficult to always show bad. No one goes on Instagram stories to show the bad. No one goes on any social media to show the bad. You know, people are always on a mission to show the good. And in our lives, we have people who will always show the good. They'll always smile.
Police reported ahead.
Oh, fun. We have people in our lives who will always try and portray that they're doing okay. We have people who will always try and portray the fact that I'm good, mate. Don't worry about me. I'm here for you no matter what. Worry less about me and worry more about you. And those are the people who really need help. Those are the people who don't know how to ask for help. Those are the people who are out here in these streets just raw dogging life with no aid, no assistance, no nothing. They're just going. And it's kind of worrying because when you hear about people going extreme or falling off the deep end, or like finding themselves in mental health institutes or something like that, it's always those people. It's always the happiest people. And I don't mean it in a weird, creepy, like, you know, type of way, but I do mean in the sense that, like, we need to be aware. we need to be aware that just because someone says they're okay doesn't mean that they actually are okay. I had a situation at work, not a situation. Situation has a negative connotation. I had an experience at work, and a lot of my time is spent phoning providers, be it different insurers and stuff like that. And obviously everyone's just trying to do their job, and I feel like that's something that gets lost on us, especially when we receive hundreds of thousands of calls from these cold calling hotlines. We just get angry. They answer and they're like, "Hi, it's me from My Way." "Ah, My Way, you piece of I hate you." When that's just a person doing their job, you know, everyone's just trying to get by. Your job. And I try as best as I can. I get it wrong more often than I get it right. I try to be as nice to people as I can. Again, I get it wrong more than I get it right, and I feel like I have to disclose that every single time. I'm just another person trying their very best in this life of ours. But regardless, anyway, I digress.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Sick. I was phoning
In 1 kilometer. Keep left.
I was phoning a provider, and there was a specific piece of information I wanted clarity on. And it's easy to get angry at some of these providers. Given the context of what I do, it's easy to get angry because they're trying to hide fees. Everyone's trying to retain business, but there's an ethical way of doing it and a non-ethical way of doing it, and they seem to lean more towards the non-ethical way, and that's the institution. It's got nothing to do with the people. It's just the institution. So when I phone them, I try and keep that in mind, that the institution is trying to make our lives...
Keep left to exit 420, R24 East towards OR Tambo International and Kempton Park.
The institution is trying to make things as hard for us as possible. And the person on the other end of the line has to listen...
Continue straight for 5 minutes to R21, North Kempton Park, Pretoria.
The person on the other end of the line is just trying to get their job done. They're just trying to get through the day, and they might even agree with you. They might even agree that the way that things are presented are wrong. But they can't just come out and say that. That's the place of their work, that pays their bills, that supports their families, you know. For a lot of the young people that I speak to, that's their first foot in the door, and the foot in the door is the most important part in life in general. So anyway, I phoned the specific provider, and I was just nice to the guy. I don't think I did anything spectacular. I don't think I said anything super special. I was just respectful, and I appreciated the fact that he was trying his best. I had a question about a statement that they sent. I didn't feel like something was represented fairly, and I explained to him that I'm not attacking him, or I'm really just questioning the institution. Long story short, we got to a point where he was disclosing information that I needed, and I needed it in a statement, because if you're my client, I can't just come to you and tell you that they said XYZ. I need proof. You know, in life you need proof. You need receipts. And he's like, "Oh, I can't send you these receipts. These are internal docs." And I was just like, I completely understand. It is a bit challenging that you guys can't send it through, because the client would like to see this, and you should be transparent. But I understand that you're doing your best, and thank you. And this person was like, "Okay, let me make a plan." They got on the floor with their manager, they spoke to their manager, and long story short, even though I'm telling a long story long, our line got cut off. And it was a bit upsetting, and it is what it is. So I continued on with my day with the information that I had, and he called back from a private line. He called me back. Well, he called the office back, and everyone in the office is like, "Tipo, how the hell did you get this oak to call you back?" Because they never call back. Providers do not call back. Especially when you get to a call center, they do not call back. And apparently this person literally said, "I'm looking for Tipo, I'm from this provider, and we have the information that he was looking for." And I was like, "What? I can't believe it." And he sent it through. And apparently, from what my coworker said, apparently I made this guy's day. Apparently I was just really nice to him, and he felt good. It made him feel good. And I've always said I like making people feel good. Making people feel good. You treat others the way you want to be treated. I wish more people made me feel good. And I'm blessed because the people in my life really, really go out of their way to try and make me feel good. They really do. I'm very blessed. People in my life really try their best to make me feel good. But it's difficult to internalize, and I've spoken about this before, where it's just difficult to take it in and accept it because you don't feel like you're actually doing anything. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. And I just want to spread that love. Like, I just want people to know, like, you know, we're loving life and all the people in it. And sometimes that means just like making difficult, boring, monotonous, tedious things a little more fun, making them feel like you're doing it extra special, you know. I always feel like I'm not that good at my job and that I'm getting more things wrong than I get them right, as I do in life in general. And it's difficult, you know. So I want people to know that I see you and you're doing your best, and I think you're doing a good job. And that goes for everyone. And it was nice to know that that was received to some degree, and we got a statement that we needed. And the point of the whole story is that you never know what people are going through. You really don't know if you're going to be the last conversation that people have. Right? There's many a time, I mean, I remember in school, where people would be so under the weather and so dark and things would get so miserable, but you'd never know because they'd always move with a smile and they'd always be nice to people. And there's a very specific example that comes to mind, and I don't think the story's like, it's not my place to share, but yeah, you don't know if your voice is the last voice that someone's gonna hear or wants to hear. So you need to be careful with with your words. Not saying that we need to be soft on everyone and we need to keep people accountable and be airy-fairy with absolutely everything, because I don't believe in that. It's not how I move. But I do believe that we need to be aware of what we say and the jokes that we make and how they're received, and being hyper aware of people's emotions, you know. Again, I'm a very crude, like, if you know me, I'm quite a crude person. I'm very witty. I like to make fun of things and myself, and, you know, I can be a bit of a meanie sometimes. And I don't mean it maliciously, and sometimes we don't mean things maliciously, but it comes off malicious. And it hurts people's feelings, and I've hurt many feelings, and I think I'm going to try my best not to do it again, but I'll probably do it again. But at the same time, I do care about people. For the most part, I do. There are certain people in this life who have wronged me in ways that I don't think I'll be able to get over. And you'll see my real mean side when discussing those people. What is that Kevin Gates clip?
I don't wish the best. I might say that, hey, stay blessed. Boy, fuck you. Die today.
But yeah, sometimes it be like that. Yeah, and I'm really trying to get rid of that part of me. I'm really trying to understand that that's not okay. We need to actually love life and all the people, and loving people sometimes means letting them go, you know. Show them you're Christians by our love, and sometimes love is wanting what's best for someone, and what's best for them is that you stay the F away, because you're going to act up and it won't be good for either of you. And loving yourself, I guess, but that's a journey of life. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little story about like a nice thing that happened at work. And for all of those of you who are wondering, who is probably none of you, the steps that I'm taking personally to reaffirm myself and make myself feel like I'm not doing as bad as I think. So I've got my little book. Every morning I write the date, and I simply write, I trust myself to try my best every single day. And if something good happens, I write it. I write it down, and that's it. It's that simple. Some days I have nothing to write. Many days I only have one thing to write. I think the most I've ever written on one day is 3 things. But yeah, just find one good moment in your day, and just take 10 minutes to phone someone, message someone who you don't normally speak to, or someone who's super happy all the time, and give them a call and ask them what's really going on, because you never know what's really going on. Things may seem good from afar, but things may be far from good. Anyway, yeah, this isn't supposed to be a negative.
Watch out, crash reported ahead.
Shame, man. Hope everyone's okay. This isn't supposed to be a negative let's chat. This is just like a update let's chat, and that's kind of what I've been seeing and going through. But internet friends, I hope you guys are having a good day, sincerely. I'm very overwhelmed at the moment. I've got We Living orders, which I'm very grateful for. I've got work going crazy, which again, I'm very grateful for. And my personal life, which I'm grateful for, but my goodness, is it in chaos? Is it in chaos? Jeez, I'm very lonely, but it's a road that we walk, and I'm grateful for it. But until next time, as always, remember to love life and all the people in it we're living.